remember the time when Irving Sisman went down to the shop and he said, "Hey, you young, don't go to the thing."
Hey guys, welcome back to this part of Tryhards where I don't put that in. That was funny, but we can't put that on the show. You know this, Joey. You should. I know it's been a while, but after, oh god, what was like a one that I had to edit like Swiss cheese? There's been a couple ones.
There was one episode that got edited down to like 4 minutes long.
Yes, it would have been a 10-minute episode, but our conversation must have been so fucking vile that we had to.
It was that if you see an episode that's like less than like 13 minutes, it's probably because we fucked around a little bit too much.
Well, it depends on our timer thing, because I set the timer scenario to be like 10 minutes now.
Well, if you want to get the best YouTube algorithm, you have to go for 25 minutes.
I know they're like making it fucking stupid now.
Yeah.
The heck? Why is it like? Okay, the capture looks like it's dropping frames like a motherfucker, but I don't know.
Hopefully you didn't do
That's
that.
what it looks like, but I don't know. We're almost done with the second area. We got Boggy Swamp to do, and then that's fucking it.
Boggy Swamp. I didn't know we were playing in your ass.
Oh!
That made me experience red tide.
Dude, we're playing Swamp Ass in my ass. Oh! We're halfway through the game though.
Ass?
Larry, the lobster?
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, how's he wipe the swamp ass with his fucking lobster hand?
It's like had a strong bad type with boxing gloves on.
Maybe he's just inbred. That's why he's got lobster hands.
I'm so glad that even though the Brothers chaps are like successful, they're still going back to Homestar every now and then.
Yeah.
It's so neat. Yeah, because they're like Disney animators now.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really good like success story for them, for like an internet animator.
Yeah. No, I love it when internet people like don't get like all sellouty.
Yeah.
And they stay like.
And they
cool.
still work on their old like arts. Like I fucking grew up on Homestar Runner, and I'm so glad they occasionally go back to it.
It was one of those things that I always knew kind of existed, but I never was like into it.
I was so into Homestar as a child. Newgrounds, fucking internet animation was my childhood.
Joey's taking off his shirt like freaking Uncle Rico and Napoleon Dynamite.
It's fucking hot in here because
it
we
is hot
can't
in here
have on the AC machine while we're recording.
The AC
it makes
machine.
loud noises. Yeah, the AC condenser compressor.
The AC compressor. Yeah, the fucking air compressor can't be turned on.
The air compressor-rator.
The compressor-rator.
The compressor-rator's the air.
Oh. Oh, so we had Friendsgiving.
Dude, Friendsgiving was pretty fucking nice. I made a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Adam made a tacho.
I did. I got fucking tachos for days tonight.
It was so good too.
Yeah.
Adam's sister made a green bean casserole and a grave.
Yes.
And Adam's sister friend made a turkey and some stuffing.
It was awesome.
It was a really good idea.
Yeah. It was pretty legit.
Hey, dude, I wish I would have made like another thing, but we already had way too much food in general.
We did. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't sure how much tachos to make, and then I made them. I was like, oh shit.
You made like way too much, which is
but
fine.
But the thing is, I got so much.
Thanksgiving is about leftovers.
Yeah. You want some, by the way? Because I'll like
I would
load
totally
you up with tachos.
Dude, I will absolutely take you up on that.
Alright.
It was a good idea. I'm gonna make some. I made some biscuits out of spite the other day. Because my mom, I wanted to make homemade biscuits for Thanksgiving, and my mom was like, "No, it's gonna take like all morning. You're not gonna make no biscuits." I'm like, "No, it will not take all morning." I googled a recipe, found the ingredients in the house, and made them before she got back from grocery shopping.
Oh, just owned.
And I was just like, out of spite, I made these biscuits. They're delicious. Eat them.
These are some spiteful biscuits.
I made the leftover dough into a giant biscuit, and I made my sister eat it, and she hated it.
Spiteful Biscuits sounds like a screen name from like the 90s.
That's the name of my punk album.
Spiteful Biscuits?
Yeah.
It's not Limp Bizkit, it's Spiteful Biscuit.
Spiteful Biscuits. We sing about how the baby boomers ruin the economy for the next generation.
Shut up, you fucking boomer.
Yeah, you fucking bummer.
So I've been going on V recently, which is not a good idea.
That's a cool little shot.
That's a cool shot, I love that. But basically, there's a lot of boomers versus zoomers on there.
What?
Okay, so a boomer... Okay, boomers and zoomers is determined. A boomer, I believe, was born before 97.
Okay.
And a zoomer was born after 97.
So I'm a boomer.
Yes, so we're technically boomers.
Okay.
And the zoomers are always talking about how, apparently, like, they love, like, all the shit from, like, the Wii and 360 onwards.
Okay.
And the boomers have to compensate by talking about how great, like, 90s shit games were, like...
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like that, but...
That's just...
Mainly it boils down to when games had soul versus now they're soulless.
I don't think it's
Even though it's
a lot
depends.
of modern games have a lot of soul. Like
The Last of Us.
Like The Last of Us.
And Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4, also known
No.
as the best one.
Is it?
Okay.
You know what?
If I'm gonna
Uncharted
be completely
4
subjective about the modern
Okay.
Uncharted's, fucking 2 is what everyone says is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But go back and fucking play 2 for a minute, and then go back and play 4. You can beat 4 in like an afternoon. It's like
Yeah.
it's like this. It's a fun little fucking shooty booty.
I played Uncharted 1 and like it was very I
had
actually
a-
had a lot of fun with it. Like it was really like not
Really?
Yeah, I was able to like go through it and I had fun.
Dude, I cannot play Uncharted 1 anymore.
Really?
It's so fucking bullshit. You just sit in one fucking.
I didn't like
waste.
okay, I
It
didn't
takes
like
an
that.
hour every encounter.
But it was a quick game and I had fun with the time I put
It's
into it.
so
If
not
it took
quick.
me 3 days to do, I would have hated it, but it took me like a day to beat. It wasn't that bad.
I
don't know why I was able to
different
go through it.
experience with it then.
Really? Maybe.
I'm remembering like every single one of those encounters. It was like 15 waves of guys every time you went to a new area.
You know why I think it was? Is because I was playing it like I play this game. I
Yeah.
wasn't invested in the story and all that shit. I was just playing it. And I was
Okay.
like, for that, I can have fun.
Playing a game for the story is all well and good. I love a good
Ah.
story in a game.
Yeah.
But that does make a game really hard to play when you go back through it. Like the first time I went through the 2018 God of War.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I try to play it again. It's not as great. And
No.
it's the same with like Last of Us and Uncharted 4.
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted 4 is a fun little game. You just put on a fucking podcast and you just run around and do shit.
Yeah.
It's fun, but like I don't know. I said plenty of modern games of Soul. I was trying to think of an example, and I went off rail. Like Red Dead 2, honestly. It's a fun. It's like it feels like the first Red Dead. It's just you run around and have a lot of fun. Once you get past like Chapter 3, though, it quickly loses soul because it gets too story heavy then.
Yeah. No, I mean like
But I like Cowboy. It's fun.
it's like I think it's just like I don't know, like games like Lego Island is technically not probably the greatest game ever.
Yes.
But you can play that game and you can tell there was so like at the time there was
love
so
put
much
into
there was so much love put into it.
It's such a soulful game. It's like Crash
is.
Bandicoot 1 and 2. They're just so good.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2. Then you get to fucking 3, and that's like the dying of cancer child.
It's almost like okay, I think Brawl had I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl had a lot of soul put into it, way more than the later entries like Smash 4.
Yeah.
And maybe even Melee to an extent, because Melee almost feels like it was put together with duct tape and there was a lot of problems and shit, but it just ended up being good and it ended up being fun.
I tried
but
to get into Brawl, like when it came out. I got a Wii for Brawl.
Yeah.
And like I played it, and I just could never get into it as much as I got into Melee.
Here's the thing with Brawl. All the extra shit and all the things they did, like all the features, like the extra characters, like everything about that was amazing. It was like perfect, way better than the other shit.
Yeah.
Even better than Smash 4. The problem is the fucking core gameplay was fucked.
Yeah. I remember
And-
having a lot of fun with Subspace Emissary, and then I tried to go back through it recently. Not when we played it, but
Oh,
like
God,
on
yeah.
my own.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as good as I remember it, like at all.
Play it with the Project M mod. It's like fucking perfect. At least I think you can play Subspace with the Project M
How
mod.
do you do Project M? Don't you need
You
like
put it on an
Indiana
SD
Jones?
card, huh?
Don't you need like Indiana Jones or something?
Oh, you
like
can.
that?
Well, you can add in characters and shit. But really, what it does is it just changes the physics at its core and adds a couple characters. Like it adds Mewtwo and it adds like Roy and shit
So
back
I
in.
just put it on an SD card. That's it.
There's a way to do it. You put it on an SD card. You put it in your Wii. You boot it, and you have to go to the stage builder in Brawl, and it loads. And then it just loads the game, and then
Do you want to insert like a 25-minute Project M tutorial video into our video and come back?
no. Want to play Project M? I could totally play it right now. I put nude mods on it, so I probably couldn't put it on
Do you
the.
have the nude floppy dick snake?
No, I don't have it for Snake. I got it for Peach and Samus, I
Samus?
think. Yeah.
Dude, Peach would not look good naked. That dress leaves nothing to the imagination, so you know
really
she has
doesn't.
a flat ass and titties.
Do you think Peach has a flat ass?
Oh, absolutely, dude. That's why.
Well,
That's why
okay.
she wears such a giant dress.
All right,
Hide it.
but Bowser's got to keep coming back for something though.
Bowser likes a flat ass.
You think that's the whole thing is that Mario's an ass man and he just doesn't like the fact that Bowser is going after this flat ass bitch? He doesn't really care about Peach.
No,
he's just mad that he doesn't.
Mario is getting cucked by Bowser. He doesn't know that Peach has a flat ass. He's never
Oh.
slept with her. Bowser, however,
Fuck.
likes himself a flat ass, he knows. What is your preferred ass? Do you like it slim or do you like it thick?
Oh, you know what? Tomorrow on Tryhards, or next time, I will tell you guys what ass I prefer. So there's a cliffhanger for you.
Dude, that's like cliffhanger generations.